I'm Christian Lee. I'm part of Aztec Music Group, and I'm here with. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Okey Dokey.
The Dokes.
No, that's us, for real.
Alright, and how you guys doing?
Good. Aaron got
Very-
new shoes.
Very well, I got
I
some
can tell.
kicks.
Very nice. I was there.
My feet hurt.
Wasn't it amazing to watch?
It was pretty fun.
Solid purchase.
I was really fast, though. Like, you gotta give me credit for
No, you
that.
picked them right away.
I knew exactly what I wanted. Which, thank you, was it Overload?
Overload, yeah.
Thank you, Overload. Great selection. Anywho,
Awesome. And okay. And so right now we're in San Diego,
true.
and this is a question I like to ask every band that comes through because I know you guys hail from Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
The band, and so I want to ask, have you ever had a California burrito before?
With the fries in them and
Yeah.
stuff?
Potatoes.
I haven't.
Pretty much, yeah.
I haven't ever
I've
before,
never
but I'm
had
aware
Yeah.
of their existence.
It's a trip. You guys definitely. I would recommend it.
Yeah? Like,
I
what's
would
the
say
spot?
it's a
Where
San
do we
Diego
go?
delicacy. Ooh, it's actually a good spot nearby. I'll have to tell you guys after.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't give any,
You
like...
can't play favorites.
Right,
Can't play
right.
favorites. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Other
fair.
people are gonna see this. They're gonna ban me from the shops. You know how it
They're
is.
gonna be
Totally.
like, hey man, I hooked you up last time.
We watched the Okey Dokey
We
interview.
watched that one.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the thing is, like, good food, but service is pretty bad. But that's just how it is sometimes, you know.
Hey, that's
It'd be like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to work for the food. And
Yeah.
Patience counts.
All right. Let's do another fun question too. What song would you guys sing for karaoke if it was more popular?
Oh, what would I sing for
I think,
karaoke?
for example, like for me, you know, I'm a little bit biased. I'm wearing a Ron Gallo shirt,
Uh-huh.
and I would do his song "Really Nice Guys."
Oh,
I think that'd be fun to do for karaoke. Yeah.
You're saying, like, if it was available to do karaoke
Yeah.
for that song. Oh, I
so,
see.
like, are you saying like a contemporary thing?
It could
Right.
be any song, yeah,
Sure.
but just like not like one that's like a mainstay or one that's already popular.
Let me see.
I would probably do Kindness G Up because it's really only like 3 words and the song's a minute and a half long.
That's a good one.
And that way I'm in and out, you know? I just don't want to be up there too long or else I might melt.
I think I would do Lady Ray, and the song is called Guilty. It's super banger. Yeah, that one.
There you go.
That's good. All right.
Super banger.
It is a super banger, that song. It's so good.
Speaking of bangers, too, you guys just dropped a new single today, right?
Today.
Wag Your Tail.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So tell us more about that.
A friend of mine, Jesse Wells, wrote the song like 2 years ago, maybe.
Oh, and the band was, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Great singer. I love him.
So he wrote the
He's
song, and he showed it to me like maybe a year and a half ago, and I just like wouldn't stop singing it to him like whenever I was around him, and to a point to where like when we decided to do this collab album thing, I just instantly called Jesse. I was like, "Let us do the dog song, dude. It's gonna be great." And then a buddy of ours came over and played some trombone. A dude named Carl Gaddy.
Yeah.
And he came over at like 11 o'clock at night, like 2 nights before we left for tour, just so that we could actually like finish it on time. And yeah, it's really great. I like getting to make different sounding songs, and every 2 weeks we can switch the genre up or switch. Like 2 weeks ago we did a song with someone named Nari. She lives in Lexington, but she's from San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just being able to, and like Dent May was 2 weeks before that, and he lives in LA. But it's nice to go from like genre and style and taste and voices, like between female and male or duets or whatever. It's just fun to get to do different things and not feel like you have to sound like we have to sound just like this record or people expect this. Like, hopefully nobody expects any of it just because we're trying to get out of our comfort zone. You know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think the main point too is just that for us, songs are really fun to write, you know, and the music can be absolutely anything if the song is like really fun and just consistent and strong. So it kind of opens us up to do whatever we really want to do, and that allows us to work with kind of whoever feels good. You know, we can reach out to a lot of different people, which is super exciting. Just to get to collaborate on that kind of level.
I think that's the great thing about you guys too, because you guys collab with so many artists like Raylan Baxter, you know, one of my favorites was that song you guys did with Liz Cooper.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was great. And so, like, what inspired you guys just to do, like, because you guys done so many songs with, like, different artists. What made you to, like, you know what, maybe, like, we're going to drop this new single or this new song, like, let's have her on. How do you guys pick and choose, like, who you want on?
It's friendship based, really. We meet people, and you know, if we hit it off, we feel like the next move is to write a song together. And also, we kind of started this band with a different methodology, only because we had been in a group together before. And there are certain things that seem to like work out less and less, which is like multiple cooks, you know.
Too many cooks?
Yeah, I didn't want to have a band with, you know, 7 people thrown into a pot, but I felt like having, you know, 3 people who can work with all kinds of other people is like a lot more fun, and it kind of brings it all to a point, you know. And then I wanted Johnny and Jeremy and I to be able to assert some personality, just so people could get to know us and not feel like, you know, an album cover or a stage separates us somehow from what's going on with them.
Johnny, I have a question for you. Speaking about bands, too, I know you've been in some other bands before. Obviously, you guys have been in that band together. I don't think I need to name it. People, if they know, they know, you know. But you've also been in other bands, too, like, you know, The Weeks, The Cold Fronts, and even the band called Anaphora, right?
Yeah, hilariously, that was my band when I was 18 years old. And it was with a few of, like, my closest friends my freshman year, and...
You had your best hair in that period.
Yeah, I had really awesome swoopy hair. And what's crazy is that whole... Well, I guess we only put out probably 3 songs because we didn't even know what we were doing. But we tracked it all with Cody Bonnet and Aaron Lunsford from As Cities Burn. And it was really cool because for me, like, I love their guitar tones because they play glass tones. So the whole fretboard's made of glass instead of wood. So it makes your guitar sound almost like a bell. And I remember that was one of the coolest things I'd ever learned about at the time, was tracking those dudes. They were like, oh, this is how you get really awesome, weird tone that no one else can get on a glass guitar. And I was like, wow. But I learned a lot. I learned how to never make bad music again after that. It was great.
Really? All right, well, let me name some more bands for you.
Oh, boy.
Let's see, there's Osis. I think that's one.
Osis.
And then there was another one. I think it was more of like a joke band, like Disco King. I think.
Ooh, Disco Cane. That was our disco band. We did songs with a guy named Jonas Stein from Turbo Fruits, and we basically just wrote, like, ridiculous. And Jeremy was in it. Jeremy produced it all. That plays keys for us. We did 2 whole songs, and then we played 1 show and 1 song, and then that was the end of that band. I don't think you can find it. Can you find it anywhere?
You can find some videos.
There's videos?
There's a couple.
Oh, that's great.
Jeez Louise.
I had no idea.
Me neither.
So we were talking earlier about too. You guys like collaborate. You guys throughout like your history, you know, playing music. You guys have picked up like so many friends along the way. And I heard you have this one friend. You guys call Critter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We love Critter. We saw him a week ago.
Have you watched his videos?
I've seen a couple.
The Critters Galaxy?
You used to have a radio show too, right?
Yeah, he worked, I think what did he do? He worked for, like, he did maybe some stuff for Acme or Lightning. What did he do? I don't remember.
Maybe Acme.
Oh no, I think what he did was, he did some of his Critters Galaxy when he was trash talking Wells Adams and Hamill.
Oh, that's right.
And then Wells Adams went on to go on The Bachelor and became like just a phenom.
Yeah.
And now he's just loved by everyone, which is great. He's a cool dude.
It's pretty fun.
But yeah, that's him in the video flicking Critter off, being like, not now, Critter. And then he flicks him off.
Yeah.
And Critter's like, okay. And then leaves the station. But yeah, it's super funny. Maybe that's like Bachelor, like, dirt we have on him. We're like,
Hey, maybe.
here's a video of him
Yeah.
flicking someone off.
You guys
Like,
technically
How do you
have
like
a-
him now?
Technically, you guys have a connection with The Bachelor.
Yeah, that's our way in.
The real Bachelor.
No one wants to see us on The Bachelor.
No.
We'd be so boring.
Yeah.
We would lose first. If it's a game, we'd lose, probably.
It's funny you guys talk about that because I was watching like his video series. Like it's like these just guys in Utah. They made like their own version of The Bachelor, but like it's really weird because you know like they're from Utah, so it's like super religious,
Okay.
and it's just like the most boring version of The Bachelor ever, but it's just so funny. I'll tell you guys more about it after.
What is that called?
I'll tell you know what, we can't interview
Yeah.
we can't ruin the flow of the interview. I'll
That's
tell you
true.
after.
We're flying.
All right.
It's true.
Okay.
I love like Naked and Afraid and stuff like that. So.
All right.
Right
And
on.
so I was trying to look up you guys too, and I contacted you guys because I found like a way to contact you through Facebook. But funny enough, like the past 2 weeks, you guys were like hacked, right?
Yeah, a Vietnamese lotion cologne
It was
company.
like
Yeah.
It was like a skin whitening lotion. I
Mhm.
think. And it was crazy because, yeah, we got hacked. We couldn't get in. We all got kicked out, and we were all freaking out. And I had deleted my Facebook, so I didn't get kicked out of anything. So they didn't know about me, and I could like look. And
Yeah.
we have this video. It's so funny. It's just like 80 videos of like makeup stuff, and then it goes straight to pictures of us, just like.
Yeah, they didn't even bother to delete our band photos. They
Yeah.
just were like, now it's a lotion company. And we're going to leave all their music on it, all their tour dates and everything. So it was really confusing. But yeah, we got a million texts and like weird messages.
You guys turned into a lotion company?
We might
thought about it.
transition into that.
We were hoping people thought it was like some sort of artistic, like, prep for some
Weird.
weird
You guys should just say it is.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it
the
too
funny
late now?
thing is, no,
Oh,
we're not
okay.
gonna do that. But,
Oh, okay.
But our manager was kind of like, guys, this is sort of crazy. Like, now that we've got our page back, it's sort of weird because they just like dumped all this money into promotion. It got
Yeah.
us like mega just hits, and we were like, cool.
Yeah, I think it had something like 78,000 impressions in 4 days.
Yeah, we were like,
and we
thank
were like,
you.
oh my god.
That's nice. All right, not so bad.
Yeah, not too bad. At least you guys are more out there now.
Anyway, we're back.
We back, baby.
That's funny because I was looking at the Facebook page last night. I'm like, oh wait, it's back. And then I saw like the location. I'm like Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
can't
that's
quite
crazy.
figure out how to fix all of it. We're not extremely Facebook
But at least,
savvy.
yeah. At least you know people know about the band, and you guys have your page.
Yeah,
back, though.
regardless of where it
That's
says
good.
we are, we've never changed.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. And so that was kind of out there, but let me ask
Wow.
an out there question for Aaron. So I've heard you've gotten a kangaroo scrotum bottle opener before.
Oh yeah, my sister brought me that from Australia. She sent me a didgeridoo from Fiji. She sent me the bottle opener, and at first I was kind of like, man, this is weird. But then also the leverage you get off of it is pretty crazy, so it wasn't that bad. It was just sort of like a weird. It disappeared. Somebody stole it pretty fast, but
Everyone
It
wants
works.
I mean, it's a great gift.
it worked.
commodity.
Makes sense.
Well, it's like, you know, it
Yeah,
works.
it
I don't
works.
know.
Yeah.
And I've read in interviews before, people like, you know, obviously you both are musicians, but some people name Aaron also like the visual artist too, which I think is funny.
That's my first thing.
Yeah. Because I know you do art inside too. But what can you tell me about The Altered State?
That was just like an art page I started when I was like 21 or something, just to have kind of a presence. Because at the time it was like, you know, social media wasn't what it was or is now.
Mm-hmm.
So there was either gallery path or, you know, what I did, which was I would hit up bands and I'd be like, hey, here's some artwork for you. If you like it, use it, but you have to play a show for me at some point. And I kind of used that as a way to meet people and sort of get involved in the scene without having to kind of like, you know, waste time. I was moving to Nashville fresh off of some life stuff, you know.
Was this around the same time you were throwing parties at the Zombie Shop?
Yes. Yeah. And that was a really special time. All that whole area has been flattened and is now the giant convention center, so it's kind of a trip to think about like shows that were held there that were so cool, like remember the OCs, like Siegel. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
They were there one time, and it was just insane. Just an old dirty warehouse. That was kind of the thing at the time. Like, there were 8 billion house shows a night, tons of warehouse parties. I actually moved to Nashville because of a series of parties called the Rabbit.
Oh, okay.
It was super inspirational to me just to see that kind of shindig. And then I ended up working with another visual artist named Casey Pierce, who's incredible. And we'd been friends for like 3 or 4 years. He's kind of a brother to me, and I was like, the Rabbit's sick. And he was like, that was me, actually. So things just kind of lined up that way. I met these guys through that. And yeah, it's been a trip.
Let me see if you remember this slogan. Where the hilltops kiss the sky.
That is the slogan to my hometown, which is Monterey, Tennessee. It's on the Cumberland Plateau, which is on the tip of the Cumberland Basin. Nashville is 90 miles away on the bottom. And that was the slogan that they came up with in like the 1910s or something. I always thought it was pretty funny.
That's a little fun. Okay, and so your name is?
Aaron Martin.
Aaron Martin. But who is Neal Jung?
Neil Young
Neil Young.
is
Ying.
I just wanted a confusing, stupid name to kind of push myself into performance with. And I had like a weird dream before a cross-country trip at one point, and I was on a plane, and I had just decided to do that, and I sat down, and this lady said that I reminded her of him. I was like, well, that's funny. And it just kind of like inspired me to focus on certain things, and it was really fun. I'm actually gonna release a lot of that stuff later.
We've performed under that name maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. It's true. A few times when we needed to stay under the promotional eye, we've been Neil Young.
Now we're giving away our secrets, man.
Young,
It's
do
okay. It's
The
okay.
motor's gonna come.
It's okay. Local opener, you know.
Looking over, I love that name so much. That's great.
Yeah, I'm
But-
so surprised that no one had saved any of the socials. It's like not even a band name on anything.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know how
I think
it's
it's
possible.
just too on the brow. They're like, no way.
Well, we're doing it, man.
And last question, I'll go back to you real quick because I want to know because I was watching like the U.S. I think U.S. women's soccer is going right now.
Yeah,
They played against Thailand. They like blew them out like 13-0 or something.
you're right. That
But-
was wild.
Enough about the women. Let's get to the men. You've met Tim Howard before, right?
Yeah, I've shot some goals against him. I didn't make any. I hit a pole one. I was literally wearing boots, jeans, a jacket. It was freezing cold, and I like spin it up, and somehow it hit the pole, and I got to watch him like fully dive for it, and I was like, dang.
He didn't even let you
Tim
have one,
Howard's
huh?
Oh no, he wouldn't let any of us have one.
He has matching butt tats.
Yeah, with the Weeks
Weeks
guys, they have
Yeah.
matching butt
They all
tattoos.
have
What?
the same butt tattoo.
They're buds.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
That's crazy.
super nice. And I grew up with a guy named Breck Shea, and he played for the men's team for a while, played overseas, and then transferred to Orlando's team, and then I think he's in Toronto now. But I grew up with him, and I think Texas for sure was a big soccer playing. I played soccer till I was 18, I guess. But man, I love soccer. I could watch it forever. It's the only game I play on video games. People can
FIFA,
ask
huh?
me questions about video games. I'm like, I know FIFA for sure. That's about all I got. I think I have a hockey game now since we live in Nashville and it's such a hockey-oriented place. It gets me all amped. So I went out and got a hockey game too. But I'm super boring with video games. Not very into anything else. I like sport ball.
For me, Doom, the new one, is the perfect game. You
Oh,
have to
yeah.
kill something like every 0.3 seconds. or
They're
you're
releasing a
just
new
dead.
one, too.
It's great. You're just like, it's insane. Yeah. But we don't really have time for that stuff anymore. Like, music is kind of it, you know? It's great. It's good news, but it is real. You know, you have to stay pretty busy.
We're getting depressed because we don't get to play video games anymore.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Any separation anxiety.
Alright, my last official question for you guys is this is a good one to talk about. It's like you know, you guys are pretty creative, and I just want to know, like, how do you know, obviously everyone gets in like a rut, you know, so how do you guys get out of that rut and, like, you know, get the creative juices flowing again?
I think just the collaboration concept makes it to where we don't ever hit
Keeps
a
it
rut.
fresh for you guys?
We
Because we'll
haven't
just
really
put it in
hit-
someone else's hands and be like,
feels
you,
like a rut, yeah.
you mess with it, and then we'll get excited again about the song
Totally.
because they make it better because they're good at what they do. And that's always nice to like utilize people that you respect as well, because like
yeah.
I'm sure like we could reach out to like a death metal band and be like, let's give it a shot, guys. But I think it would be tough to really ever bridge the gap there, but I'm sure we'd be open to it. Like, why not, you know? Okey Dokey.
We hit up
is a
Okey
metal band.
Dokey on occasion. We hit them up sometimes to be like, y'all, let's do something. And
It makes total sense.
they don't get back to us, which is okay.
Yeah, we get cold
It's fine.
shoulders by Okey Dokey.
The Okey Dokey brothers are cool.
Have you guys hit up them?
We
Yeah,
saw them
we
at
saw
a
'em
festival.
at a
We
festival.
accidentally got their check.
Yeah, which was pretty
Interesting. It was bigger
Ooh.
than ours.
big.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But I saw them backstage, and they were with like their kids and stuff, and it was really funny. They were like, "Okey Dokey, you ready to fight this out?" And I was like, "You're the same people. Cool." But back to your question, I honestly like. I think finding ways to stay inspired is kind of key in not hitting a rut. You know,
Mhm.
like for some people, it's going out to the middle of nowhere, leaving everything and writing. You know, cut off. For us, it's kind of building up new situations and opportunities to sort of throw ourselves into, you know. For me, we're working on our third record, which is my third record ever to write, you know. So the first one was kind of great because it was us writing about us, which is very inspiring. It feels awesome. The second one was like after we'd toured like 200 something dates, met all these people who had heard what we had to say, I guess. So the second album was more writing to those people, which was again really inspiring. So now we're doing this collaborative album, which feels more like a production role because we get to jump into our friends' ideas and be like, this is amazing, and this is what we hear, which is more motivation. And then with our third official album, we are going to people we really respect and getting them to produce 2 songs each. But as a way to mix that up, we've broken it into people who play certain instruments. So Yuki Matthews from the Shins is our bassist. He did 2, and they're awesome. Chris Bushata from Shaky Graves is our drummer. Carl Bromel, I believe I always mess this up. He will forgive me, I think. But anyway, from My Morning Jacket is our guitarist, and he's done 2. And we're building that list, but again, that's just like a new opportunity that we're like nervous about on one side and excited about on this side. And you know, you kind of have to fly with it, so that keeps us from feeling in a rut because we just don't feel the opportunity to slump into one, you know. So even if we write a bad song, it's like we wrote it quick and we were in it, you know, so we can move on. But yeah, we're lucky in that way. I think we just have, you know, created a good path for ourselves to be happy together and keep doing this for a long time. So yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to interview you guys. But before we wrap things up, where can we find you on social media? And where can we find you? Where can we find your music?
Now you can find us in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
You can find us on Instagram at Okey Dokey Band. It's spelled O-K-E-Y, not I-E, that's cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be Okey Dokey.
Yeah.
That'd be
Okey
Okey Dokey. I don't know. We got Okey Dokey once. It was a really weird spelling, like on a marquee. We're like, how did you do that? But yeah, look us up. We're out there.
Alright. And last but not least, look into the camera. What do you got to say to the fans?
Love you, mean it. I don't know. That's cheesy. That's our album.
Whoops.
But I don't know. Come to shows, meet us. We're normal people. We'd like to meet you.